the mooch and Anita. What's happening, YouTube? We are all here in the building. It's me, the living legend. It's Larry. He's a living legend. How you feeling, my brother? As we got these topics we got to serve up tonight.
Yeah, man. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm doing it. You know.
Hey,
so how are you doing?
Hey, man, hanging in there, man. The cuts for the sluts starting to show up again. Buzz, let me go ahead and show you my delt. Buzz, that delt is trying to come. That delt is trying to come back in there, Buzz. Look at that delt. Boy, it's about to be some trouble in the city, Buzz. I'm good, man. I get my shot tomorrow, my final one, man.
Nice.
Hopefully we can start. Us YouTubers can do some meetups, man, and do some videos real soon. So, but
yeah, on the 19th, they said everybody in the country will be eligible to get the shot. So, I'm hoping when that time comes, everybody will go get their vaccine, and we can get the country back cracking.
Yeah, man. Well, you can forget that. I'm just as bad as I hate to say it, man. Right now, they're saying 1 out of every 4 Americans has it. If we can just get that number to 3 out of 4, we'd be looking good, man. And my people, look who decided to join us. It's just that big homie. Snap. B. Avery is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
He in here to talk it up with the fellas and let y'all know what's going on in this community. So, fellas, here are the subjects. And one of these subjects I'm doing for my man, Infinite Science.
Hey, very quick, before you get going, I just want to say one thing. And it's not a fact. It's just my opinion. But, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a friend to the show, Infinite Science, who sent me a message. B. Avery sent me the message anyway, but Infinite Science wanted us to come up here and talk about the issues going on with Ray Fisher, the runaway stealer of the Zack Snyder cut, and the issues he's having with Josh Whedon, because he was watching some YouTube channels of some of the colonizers, and they was talking a whole lot of shit about Ray Fisher and what he went through. We're going to break that down. We're also going to do some predictions for Snowfall episode 8, season 4. We're going to have to clue in B. Avery because he's not up to date on this particular show. And then we're going to do some predictions for episode 4 of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And before we get going, let me shout out all the people in the building. DeAndre Lucas, Support Gaming, my brother Buzz, 351 Cleveland, Malachi Lee, Alex in the building, Mooch is in the building, and ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that love Mooch, Mooch will be up here with us tomorrow to review Snowfall. My homie Tressa C, Ralph Ortiz, Be More Careful. Everybody is in the building. Now let's get this thing kicked off, Larry.
Where's Tressa C? I feel like I haven't given Tressa C a shout out in a minute.
Man, because you treat her like a stepchild. There she is.
And I feel bad. I don't mean to do that. Tressa C, what's happening? And Be More Careful 95. Hit me up on Instagram, man, because I still have some products that I owe you from my last giveaway, and I haven't forgot about you, and I haven't given them away. So make sure you hit me up. I need to go ahead and
this guy. This guy, man. Look. I done told you, man. You, my brothers in YouTube, y'all don't have to keep doing this. Look at this dude, y'all. How is he on the camera? He's on the camera. He's sending out super chats, man. Y'all dudes, man.
Lord, party started. Everybody hit.
Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you super chat me, you give me an opportunity to network with other YouTubers, network with other good folks, and bring other good people into our atmosphere so that you can enjoy the entertainment and value that they bring to the table. So my brother B. Avery, I'll be paying this for it, and I greatly appreciate it. Give me time to work with some other young hot starts. So we'll get it going. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with Snowfall so that we can have B. Avery included in the conversation after this subject. But first, Larry, let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer that I broke down. and pick it apart for clues and give our predictions for Snowfall episode 8. It should be a doozy.
We need to talk.
You had your chance to talk to me. You chose a reporter instead.
What I need from you is to put a muzzle on your father.
I don't think empty threats gonna get the job done.
We got money, 2 flights. We're in Havanna by dinner.
From here on, you just can't trust anyone.
I'm gonna kill Leon and Franklin. We gonna take his place.
I'm gonna step in front of the bullet.
If we don't stop this, there is no tomorrow.
Looks pretty serious.
So yeah, Larry, before we die, let me explain to B. Avery what the show is about. B. Avery, the show is about the crack epidemic in the 1980s in California.
Right on.
It stars a reporter who actually broke the story that the CIA was in cahoots with a couple of drug dealers, and they're just taking the perspective of a young African American who was one of the bigger drug dealers at that time in LA. Now, they did gender bend the reporter, but other than that, they kept the drama pretty kind of close to what was going on during that era. Cops in cahoots, cops with issues with black people, all that. So if you ever get bored, take a look and go back and check it out.
We all know that's true. And let me ask you a question. Can I start with season 4 or do I got to start from the beginning?
You could absolutely start with season 4. Now, it does help to go back and understand the plight that got them to where they're at in season 4.
Okay.
But you could start on season 4 and after 3 episodes know who's who and who's doing what.
Okay.
But
yeah, you'll pick up on it, but you'll pick up on it, but it is nice to know sort of where everyone fits in the power structure. Even though you'll figure it out real quick, it's nice to see and understand like who Leon is to Franklin and Franklin to Leon and all that stuff. So yeah. And you know, honestly, I think the most from what I mean, you'll get that stuff really easy. I think the relationship that you'll probably benefit from the most from going back and watching it from the beginning is probably the relationship between Franklin and his uncle and Franklin and his father. But the other ones I think you'll pick up on fairly easily.
Cool.
Got it.
Cool.
So, Larry, let's go ahead and break this down so we can get into the stuff that I know B. Avery is burning on. Because, boy, ladies and gentlemen, this might be one of them episodes. You might want to turn on your DVRs that you got for YouTubers because we about to launch some nukes when we get done with this. So, Larry, first segment, the first thing we see in this trailer, Larry, we see the mama and the daddy talking. The daddy is basically telling mama, look, you know, I want you to come with me to Havana, Cuba. We can fly away. And then they actually show an airplane flying away, Larry. Oh, whoa. Y'all start going, oh, what?
There we go.
Oh,
damn. Buzz. Shout out to my mom who passed on the same day as MLK passed.
Oh, man.
Let me take this picture down. Buzz, mama, rest in peace. I know you're in heaven doing very, very well. And all I can say is the legacy of your son is one that tells us what kind of woman you was. You have an outstanding son who gave his life to service as long as he could and continues to empower young men and sisters on this YouTube and in his daily life. We want to wish you well wishes while you're up in heaven, chilling with God and Jesus, and just know that your son is doing your good work down here. So, Buzz, we appreciate that, man.
You know what's crazy, Buzz, is that my sister was born on the same day. So, you know, there's life, there's death. It's a crazy thing, but I guess it's the way the world works, man. Circle of life. But yeah, man, I'm sorry for it. That's one of those things. It's like, you know, when you have such a date that you all, I mean, it's not like people ever forget the date that their parent passed, but when you have such a big day, you know, attached to it, it's like if someone passes on Christmas or your birthday or something. So anyway,
we appreciate you, Buzz. Larry, long story short, is the mama going to go with the daddy? Why are they teasing us with this airplane flying overhead? He's saying they got tickets to Havana. Are they going to go anywhere?
No, I think that's probably more so. I mean, it may be Reed heading out somewhere again, or it could be that, you know, it could be It could be them flying out somewhere working on their expansion. Mm-hmm. But it's hard to say because it looks like from the trailer, it looks like all the whole squad is there back in California and LA. So it doesn't look like anybody's out and about. So
I agree with that, Larry. Daddy might be on that plane, but Mama right here, she ain't going nowhere. And she just signed that deal last week with her son for the real estate. So she's trying to go clean, legit. She's not going anywhere. This is a perfect little trailer fake, and we not going for the head bob, Larry. We not going for the pull up pump fake. We're not going for it. Forget it.
Yeah. Someone said that airplane is Reed coming back. That could be it. That could
definitely be it.
But it looks like the plane's taking off because it's heading up. So I mean, it could be him taking off and coming back home, but it could be it.
Hey, look who said it. We can't even debate because she take notes. So if Moochie said, that's probably what's happening. All right.
Brandon, you see the show with Moochie. Moochie breaks out a notepad like she was in college. I'm telling you,
like y'all, when Moochie do these reviews with us, it's like having CSI on TV show reviews. The chick have out her notebook. She got 3-4 pens she used for special notes. I'm telling you, we got to get that
highlighters.
Yeah, man. She do it. All right, Larry, here we go. Franklin finally gets to meet up with Teddy. He done told Teddy what's going on. He done told Teddy his daddy done spilled the beans to the reporter. And Teddy's saying, you need to put a muzzle on your daddy. Larry, is he going to muzzle his daddy?
He will. I mean, that could possibly be his dad leaving with the airplane. He could basically be like, look, you're not safe. You need to be out. You're not safe because he wants me to shut you up. And if I don't shut you up, he's going to shut you up. And so it's best that you just be out. So he could be getting his pops out of town. He might be getting his mom. I doubt his mom's going, but he might be getting his dad out of town. The thing that gets me though, is we know that someone's in the hospital. We saw that, and I know we're going to get to it, but that scene right there, we saw Franklin, dressed with a suit and tie on. Somebody must have died because it looks like
they're going to funeral, fatback funeral.
Okay, is that what it is? They're going to fatback's funeral. Okay,
yeah, they're going to fatback funeral, and
I don't think that's the smartest idea.
Somebody's name is Fatback.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you gotta get on.
Fatback was legit.
Yeah. He was legit, man. He was legit. And then picking up on what Larry was saying, we see Uncle Rome walking down the corridor. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna just keep this 100% with y'all. Uncle Rome is in the hospital, and he's down there because Louis has been shot up. And Larry, I said this on my trailer. Louis got shot up by Khadijah and the whole SWV crowd, Sisters with Violence. That's their punk ass names. Sisters with Violence. So, Larry, the question here is, will they let Louis, one of my favorite characters on this show with her beautiful self, are they gonna let her die?
Oh man, I don't want to say yes because I feel like she's so integral to the story, but at the same time, she's pregnant and we can see that she's pregnant, and so it could be that they're trying to write her out of the story so that she can go and have her kid and do her thing. So that might be it. Or it could just be that they're going ahead and putting her, like, I don't know, maybe they're going to put her in a coma. That way she won't have to be on the show every time. She can go have her kid and then come back and they just take her up out the coma or something. I don't know. Because she's not dead there. It looks like she's hooked up to stuff. So it doesn't look like she's dead, but Romy does look like he's, like he's over there.
He praying.
Feeling some sort of way. Yeah, I just, man, I hope they don't take her out. I like her a lot.
Yeah, we like her. But I'm going to tell you what, SWV, these Sisters with Violent bitches, they need to all be shot. I'm sorry. I'm sick of them.
I will say this.
I'm tired of them.
I will say
Get them out of here.
Jerome does not like all the violence, even though he will do it.
That's
but
true.
I think if they hurt, and it looks like they probably have that when they hurt Louis, I think we're going to see a different Jerome.
So Larry, take a look at the background in the window. It's headstones. They are I'm telling you, this is Fatback funeral when they shoot up when they shoot up Louis. Telling you.
Yeah.
So y'all heard it here first. Y'all get the best predictions on this channel. Last subject we're going to cover so we can get B. Avery in on this channel. Be sure to subscribe to his channel, Just My Opinions, and Larry's channel too. Today, I feel like. Larry, we got this broad. Oh, Tattletale Tanase. Now, Tattletale Tanase, Larry. But here's the catch. We've always assumed she's got something to do with Manboy. But Manboy is pointing a gun at the wall. Now, Larry, what is the conspiracy here? Is she Manboy's relative? Is she saying she's going to take out somebody she knows? Because this is what I'm thinking, Larry. I'm thinking Tanase, through everything she has been through with Franklin, through, her giving up those hot panty draws and her rubbing through his hair. And I think she actually likes Franklin at this point, and I don't think she want to give him up. So what do you think Manboy is demanding of her in this scene right here?
I don't know, but the way that you can see how she has her hands like that, that's sort of like okay. It's not like she doesn't look afraid at all, which tells me that they're in cahoots. That he knows her, she knows him, and they're in cahoots of some sort. So, because she doesn't look remotely afraid of this dude. And if some lunatic comes in your house and he's got a gun out, I'm thinking you'd be a little bit afraid. And even her posture right there looks real relaxed. I mean, he's not pointing the gun at her, but I don't know. I think that he's getting exactly. I think Manboy's getting out of her what he thought he was going to get. He's just trying to hurry up and get to the plug. I think he put her in place so that he can find out who the plug is, and that's it.
Okay. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, yeah. So you don't think he's threatening her in this picture? You think that?
Nah. The only thing he might be threatening her with is to hurry up.
Okay. Well, let me take a look at this picture, Larry. Look at that couch. Franklin's cane is in that couch. You see that?
Where?
You don't see that little white candy cane looking thing sitting up?
I do, but I wasn't sure if that was. I wasn't sure if that was a piece of if that was some sort of sculpture or something that's on the table, or because his cane is brown. That's why I was thinking that wasn't his cane, but it could be. Could very well be. Could be, or that could be a 1980 Swan. I don't know. But I want to know who he's pointing that gun at. That's what I do. Because her table looks like the base of her table looks like it's like a tusk. It looks like elephant tusk or something. So I was thinking,
you know what? Well, you just solved the mystery. Her ass is gonna die because Peter ain't playing with that. Peter's not having none of that. You don't have elephant tusk as your table. No. So Larry solved the mystery. Tattletale Tanase gonna die. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of our Snowfall. Now we're going to get into bigger and better things featuring B. Avery. So B. Avery, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about, Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go ahead and make some predictions about Falcon and Winter Soldier. They dropped a little bit of a trailer, so we're going to break that one down the same way we just did this one. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Take a look. Falcon Winter Soldier, and let's see what we can figure out.
Let's take the shield.
Are you ready?
We can't just run up on him, beat him up, and take it.
Subtle.
You're welcome. Super soldiers. Gods amongst real people. They cannot be allowed to exist. I will not stop. I will escalate. I have the will to complete this mission. To the two of you.
Okay. So be angry. We're gonna do this not completely clip by clip, but mostly clip by clip, especially the stuff that we haven't seen before, because some of the stuff we've already seen.
Correct.
So we start out, we see U.S. government agent Captain America. They just dropped his fake ass right here in this warehouse where it looks like there was about to be a battle scene. Do you think, B. Avery, this is the episode where they're going to actually take the shield back? Because they had that discussion in this trailer.
Yes, I sure do. That was the first thing I was going to say. I think that Sam is going to get the shield back. At the very least, by the end of the episode, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. Now, for some reason, I don't think that this scene right here is in episode 4. It could be, I think it may be episode 5, but I do think by the end of this, either we're gonna get a reveal of just how big of a douche he is, and or he's not gonna have the shield, or Sam is gonna have it. So I can't wait for it. I mean, and go back to that picture, man. You can see that he's unraveling the other one with him. Yeah, you can see that he's unraveling, both not at the seams. He's not clean shaven no more. You can see the frustration in his face. Like, what did I get myself into? I think I bit more off than I can chew. This Captain America business is hard, And so I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Boy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When you have such outstanding young black talent as B. Avery and Larry, they pick small details that the average naked black eye can't see. B. Avery just picked this man apart and said he need to go shave his little punk ass. Look at him, and he's right. He's right. And now, B. Avery, you know what this tells me is going to happen?
What's that?
If they take that shield from his punk Asian ass this week, that's going to make him go over the top to get that serum.
Yeah.
Look at Larry. What you think?
Nice call.
Yeah, he's going to go get that serum. If not for anything else other than to go so he can fight and get the shield back, because he knows he's not going to be able to get it on his own.
Nope.
So, but yeah, I think he's going to go get it. I want to know if his little punk ass sidekick's going to get it too. So
probably
Captain Buckwheat.
Yeah. Yeah, Captain Buckwheat is going to get it too. So
just going hard on him.
Yeah, I mean, man, we have to, man. We have to.
There was somebody else that called him Captain Coon or something like that.
Jeez.
Well, it don't make sense that you a brother. You got more sense than this guy. You might not be as decorated of a veteran, but when he keeps relying on you for a lot of his decisions, and all you keep doing is shoving your nose up his hind parts, and we keep seeing darker brown on your nose than the rest of your body, that tell you what we need to do. Simple as that. I mean, don't get me started, because y'all know I got jokes now. I can do it, but I try to tame it down because I let Larry take over the new jokester on this channel.
Hold on, real quick. If we already went over this joke, my bad. But have we talked about his edge up, his hairline? Have we talked about
which one? Which one? Buckwheat?
Buckwheat.
Oh yeah, we destroyed him today. E-Man was up here.
Okay.
We
I just want to make sure.
I mean, because I want to say one of y'all said it looked like Ray Charles put a bowl on his head and gave him a haircut. I forgot which one of y'all said, and I was like, "Damn, it's already."
Man. I can't go with the brother on his hairline. I'm gonna leave that one be.
That's an indicator, man.
Yeah, that's an indicator. So, fellas, this is what I always wanted to know, and then I'll get us back on mission. This is what I want to know. If this shield, if Captain and everybody can take this shield and it can go through in which one was that? Captain America Winter Soldier. He took the shield and he threw it so hard it went through a truck. How is it that they can catch this thing with their hands and not be damaged? Especially Sam.
It's a good question, man.
Because it's vibranium, it you don't get all the vibrations and stuff that you get with normal metal, so you're able to absorb it easily.
That's not true, because Captain America has taken people's heads off with the shield.
I want to say I'm making it up here. I'm reaching, but I want to say maybe when it goes through trucks and taking off heads, that maybe it's a flick of the wrist that they do at the last minute to make it fly a certain way.
Maybe
it's the angles, like
there you go.
It's the flick of the wrist.
Maybe the shield is
the aerodynamics.
Sentient.
Yeah.
Maybe it's sentient and it knows your intent.
There you go.
So it's like Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
So there you go. And maybe if Sam is worthy to wield the shield, maybe he can go ahead and grab the hammer too.
What's up, Zia Latrice?
Yeah, and that's a good question. Who has the hammer right now? Because if Cap doesn't have it, Who has it?
He took it back. Remember?
He took it back.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
So then who has Stormbreaker?
Thor
does.
So he has both of them.
No, man. He took the hammer back and he kept Stormbreaker.
Yeah, Cap took Mjolnir back when he went to.
Right. So I'm wondering who has it. That was my
question. The Thor.
The Thor in the older version has it.
He just went and dropped it out. He probably didn't have it. He probably just dropped it off in the room and left.
Yeah, because you remember everything when they were shrunk happens on a completely different time scale than what reality is doing. So they basically went back in time.
Okay.
Thor probably was sleeping the whole night. he didn't even know Mjolnir was gone.
Crying and stuff, you know.
So I'm just wondering if it ever gets to the point where Sam is worthy, can he just hold his hand out? Can you just hold it out and wait for a few seconds?
I mean, if you know, it depends on the writers, my man. But Larry, we also get this in the same trailer. I'll go to you first. We see the first time Sam is getting his hands on the Flag Smashers, and it looked like he's beating up my girl, which I gotta tell y'all. I'm sorry to say, this chick is growing on me. I can't tell you why, but she's growing on me. Yeah, she's growing on me.
I've been like her because she's a blazer to me. I like her. She's nice looking.
She's evil.
And you know, sometimes like Eddie Murphy said, be Avery. Sometimes you get a good looking woman and she's evil. That means you got an evil piece of ass, and boy, them is the best ones in that bedroom.
She's a liberator.
Get that. God, see. I'm gone.
People up in the building.
I'm gone. Be Avery when this guy starts talking about.
So did Wanda. Wanda's not evil.
Oh Lord.
Okay, be Avery is your question. Is this going to be an episode?
Hold on. Let's back up on that one for a minute. How many times have we watched superhero movies where you've had the likes of Superman, Batman, all these other folks that just basically pick up villains and throw them through buildings? You think people aren't in those buildings? You think people aren't getting smashed and killed in those buildings?
You're reaching, bro.
Yeah.
No, for real. If you have Superman that goes and grabs somebody and throws him through 3 buildings, you think that people aren't in there?
Larry, that's never happened.
Yeah, they've never showed that on TV.
They don't show the people inside because they don't want us to think about the fact that our superheroes just killed probably a couple hundred folks in these buildings because they just threw somebody through a building.
Even if that is true, those kills was justified. She did not have to blow up a group of people that were tied up because they were having too many supplies. That was a bit.
Oh, so we're talking about justification now.
Everything's justification.
Yeah.
See, that's like that old thing that people say when you ask a girl, hey, will you have sex with me for $10? And she says, no, I'm pissed off. How dare you treat me that way? And you say, how about $1 million? And she says, well, for $1 million, yes. And you say, okay, well, cool. So we already established what you are. We're just now negotiating the price. So that's what we're talking about. We know that
Larry,
they're killing people. We're just trying to negotiate what's okay and what's not.
I don't know how that related to what we were talking about, sir. But I don't see the connection. No.
You
need to get into the mind. You need to get into the madness of my mind so that you can fully comprehend.
I tell you what, he would make a good damn defense attorney. I tell you what, because boy, menagerie running through this brother's head.
You know what my mother does for a living?
She's a lawyer.
She's a defense attorney.
There you go. So B. Avery, here you go. How is this altercation going to end? And do you think it's in this episode? This is Sam meeting up with the Flag Smashers. He obviously is going to get into
Carrie,
it with
Carly. I don't think that's Carly though. Look at her skin tone.
I mean,
it could be somebody else. But I think that it's Sam is either gonna win that battle, that fight, or it's gonna end up in a draw. I don't know if I can take it to where he gets whooped again like he did on top of the truck. That would bother me unless he gets the super soldier serum at the end and then whoops our kind of ass. That would be dope. But I think he's gonna backfist her with the wings or something. He
right.
Flip him out and knock her out or something.
Yep. Larry, what you think?
I'll tell you. Well, right here it looks like he's probably gonna knock her out, and he'll probably knock her out, and they'll get some info out of her. But I don't think this is Carly. I think this is I think this is just one of the other people working with her.
Okay.
Because when I look at her skin looks too dark to be Carly. Carly's like super light and has that red tone. She's a redhead. So I would like to see Zemo be the one that actually gets the shield from Broke Cap and then ask Sam, hey, did you lose something? And toss it over to him. That would be dope.
All right. Next one. B. Avery. This was in the trailer too. Bucky pulling the gun right there in the face of Zemo with his coat on. Is this in this episode? Because Zemo has these intentions, and I think we just need to go ahead and put this on out there, B. Avery. Zemo wants everyone who has any super soldier, anything in them. He wants them dead.
Right.
Who has some super soldier in them? The guy holding the gun in his face. And he's basically saying in this trailer, I'm going to get rid of all y'all through you. And then we wind up seeing Zemo standing in front of this. Looks like something dealing with his government. It looks like some families that might have died in Sokovia, some kind of memorial from what happened with the Avengers. Do you think that they're going to get into an outing in this episode, or would they save that for the last episode?
I think this is going to be this episode right here.
Okay.
The reason why is just the way things transpired towards the end of the last episode with Ayo popping up. Yeah, there you go. Of course, she about to get in Bucky's ass right here. Like, bro, what the hell are you doing? You letting out Zemo, who killed our King T'Chaka. Have you lost your damn mind? If you don't get that stuff in order, I'm gonna whoop your ass myself. I don't need the rest of Wakanda. I'm gonna whoop you myself. And so that's gonna escalate things. He like, okay, yo, I know y'all saved my mind. It's kind of complicated. She could be like, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? And so Zemo, and so that's gonna frustrate. Oh, got another one.
Mike Willie.
Big Mike, appreciate you, my brother from another up in Detroit. Again, Mike, when you and everybody super chats me, you allow me to network with other great YouTubers. You allow me to network with you guys, my audience, who are trying to build YouTube channels and get some information. Greatly appreciate it. Continue to rock with us. But finish your soliloquy, B. Avery.
Yeah, so that's going to escalate the situation, make tensions arise. And Bucky's going to get frustrated. Like, look here, man, we're trying to get in and out. Stop effing around, okay? If you try to run, I'm going to shoot you, a pistol whip you, or something like that. I got AO on my back over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want one of them Wakanda spears up my ass. Do what I say. You know? And so I think all this is gonna go down. And I know, Larry, we talked about last Friday. I think this episode, like, you know, how you haven't been as impressive as you wanted to be. I think that this episode 4 is really gonna turn up the heat. And this is an example of that.
Yep. All right, Larry's your go. What do you think about this whole entire scene? Take a look at this. Zemo's coat. Body of water. Body of water.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it looks like they're there. It looks like they're maybe in Russia or
Sokovia.
Where?
Sokovia,
I guess. Sokovia used to be what, a Russian satellite or something. It looks like that. It looks like the text down there is written in Cyrillic. So,
okay.
And it has that very sort of communist, socialist type styling to the sculpture there. So, but it also has that eagle, which is also like, which is very reminiscent of Germany. So,
I mean, do you not think that he could have done that? Because remember, this dude is a multi-billionaire, and he might have put this as a commemorative to what happened to Sokovia, because it looks like it's somebody's family. It looks like it's him, his wife, his 2 kids. Because remember, that's what he lost thanks to the Avengers. Yeah,
it could be. It could be very well. That's what it is. I mean, because he did say that he was royalty, or he was, he's a baron or something. And there is a crown over top of that eagle. So maybe that's like the royal family or something. So
can I say something about the royalness and the money and all that?
Yeah, man.
Some people are complaining, saying that they retconned Zemo, because they never mentioned that he was rich before and had money and all his powers, and they don't like it. I'm just like, I don't understand that criticism or that complaint. Even if they did, I mean, it still fits within the story to me. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of silly. I had to throw that out there. But families,
what's the complaint?
I don't know. I don't. Why
it
red Zemo? Why they didn't say he was rich before? Why is he rich now? I'm like, what do you? I don't get it. I don't know if y'all heard that either.
Here's the thing that doesn't make any sense about the stuff they're talking about as far as complaining about some of that stuff is that these series are designed to go more in depth with these other characters so that we do get to learn various things about them that we didn't learn in the main movies because they weren't the main characters in the movies. And so to learn that he's rich, to learn that he comes from a royal bloodline, that's the kind of stuff that you want to talk about in these series.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
And thank you, Family Dad Cooking. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, Family Dad, for holding us down, man. You're giving me more time to network with you guys, my audience, and other YouTubers to keep you guys fully entertained and get the Black experience only the way we can give it to you.
Real quick, on top of that, because in Civil War, he was just called Zemo. He wasn't called Baron, right? Was he?
No, they just called him Zemo.
Yeah, and so in this, he was called Baron Zemo in the comics, and they actually just gave him a reason to call him Baron without him just being called Baron. He was like, "Well, I was a Baron," so this makes sense as far as story and character development. So I love it. I thought the complaints were silly.
B. Avery, they gave the man his comic book purple mask. You know,
right?
Yeah. You wouldn't hear them complaining about that shit.
There we go.
And then B. Avery, there's something else they haven't given him from the comics. He ain't got his damn sword. Zemo loves to use a sword. That's his main weapon.
Hold on. Ain't there two Zemos though? Ain't there like a father-son or father-grandfather thing?
Yeah. It's a bloodline. It's a royal bloodline, and they passed that sword down. Okay. It's a royal bloodline. But let me shout out my big brother William Lawrence, man. Wow. You know what? I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all going to hear this like a broken record. When y'all reach out to me via Instagram or email saying that, you know what, I follow you, Lamont. Can you help me get my YouTube started? Can you give me some tips on fitness? Can you give me some tips on stocks? When you send super chats like this, you're paying it forward to help out not only my audience, but help me network with other YouTubers. I'm very appreciative. So, B. Avery, this one's going to go to you next, and then we only got one left.
Okay.
This is Sam. He's got the shield and he's got his wings on. You sure this is not going to happen in this episode?
I don't think so, but I mean, I would be damn happy if he did. I'm not going to complain I'm not going to complain about badassness. You know, give me all the badassness you can. I just don't want to get my hopes up. You know. I really, I just don't.
Yeah,
but I mean, he may pop. It may pop up, but I'm not holding my breath.
Okay, Larry.
I'll tell you, after you see all this, if they don't give it to us this episode, I'm gonna be a little salty because, man, I mean, I'll put it like this: I'll wait one more episode. Before I'm just start talking mad-ish, because I'm like, if they don't give us Sam with this shield until the last episode, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be like, nah, you can't do that. You need to give us I think they should give us at least 3 episodes, but if not, at least give us 2. If they only give us 1, I'm angry. I'm gonna be like, nah, that's bogus, that's garbage. I'm gonna say at that point. There you go, infinite science.
Hey, and infinite science, you might not have heard it when we first started, but I shouted you out for bringing me that story about Ray Fisher and you listening to them toxic colonizers on YouTube, and we're going to talk about that the very next subject. So I appreciate you, infinite science. I appreciate you, my family, Zaya. Larry, finish your statement, then we're going to move on.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, if we don't get Sam with the shield into the last episode, I'm gonna be salty. And Anthony Mackie was talking about he was worried about being the first sort of show that fails on with these Marvel Disney Plus shows. And I'm gonna say if they don't give us if they don't give us Sam with the shield until the last episode, what he was worried about will be fully realized. It will be a failure to me at that point.
Okay, I can see you there, ladies
Like
and gentlemen.
They would have to do something really spectacular in episode 4 and 5 with them without the shield for me to feel like waiting until episode 6 to get him with the shield is not a failure. Because I don't know what they would do with it, because I haven't seen anything that would lead up to that kind of spectacularness. But if he doesn't have the shield, it would have to be something really, really big in order for me to think this was that episode 4 and 5 without it again. It's just because right now the pacing that they're doing, it just seems like, all right, whatever.
Okay. Shout out to Buzz, another super chat. Appreciate you, my brother. Do y'all think we're gonna get y'all think we're gonna get this in the fight scene, B. Avery?
Yes. I do.
I agree.
I do.
I definitely agree. Last subject on Falcon Winter Soldier.
Do you think she's gonna be the one that takes him in?
Ayo taking Zemo?
Yeah, or do you think he's gonna stay free until maybe a movie?
Ooh,
that's a good question. I think he's gonna be free.
You think he's gonna be free?
He's gonna be free. There's so much you can do with him being free. Obviously, they're trying to put a little bit more emphasis on the character. I think he's going to be free. But that kind of ties into this right here. And please don't let this be true. Y'all know I love this woman. This is my girl, Sharon Carter. Now, I've heard some conspiracies out there, and I'm going to bring it to you fellas. I've heard a conspiracy that she might be working with Agent Broke-Ass Captain America, which I seriously doubt. But then I heard she might be secretly working with Zemo, which I doubt that too, because Zemo was in jail. So, B. Avery, I'm going to come to you first. What is the deal on Agent 13, Sharon Carter?
I don't know, man. It's clear that she got some shady dealings. I know it's also been speculation that she may be the power broker. I think that would be a horrible idea. I think, Ian was saying that himself. I heard John Campy was saying that, and
oh my Lord,
I would be severely pissed. But however, I will accept if she works for the power broker. If she is the power broker, I'll be disappointed. But I don't think. What was the other two things you said about her? That she, I don't think she's working for Zemo, and I don't think that she's working for Walker either. That would be just disappointing. Ralph Ortiz says she's fine. Yeah, she's straight. She's straight.
Yeah, she's just, she's the round-the-way girl. Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Good, but exactly. I mean, so they had the fight in the last episode at the containers, and I remember when everything calmed down. She had a driver, like a black woman, was like, "Yeah, we have other problems," and they got into her little car, and I'm like, so she got some heat up under her. She got some power. She's gonna be making moves. I just wonder what it is,
So. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. Yeah. She also stars in one of my favorite medical dramas, The Resident, and I don't want to see her leave the MCU. Larry, what's the deal on Agent Carter?
It would be interesting if she was the power broker, but I'll tell you what would make it even more interesting is this idea that she is on the lam and sort of a fugitive from justice. It would be interesting if she wasn't. Like if it was made out that she was, so that they could put her in place as the power broker. It would be really interesting if she was still very much working for the government, except she's just undercover now and working as the power broker.
Now, see, that's what I think is happening. I think more than anything, I still think that the power broker is eventually going to be Thunderbolt Ross, and she's possibly working for him. They're getting ready to come out with the She-Hulk story. That's going to involve the Thunderbolts and Thunderbolt Ross a whole bunch. And it would make sense that you have someone that has had SHIELD clearance, that knows how to get government information, that has been on the outs with the government, because Thunderbolt Ross, he's on the outs right now because he's trying to get all these powered people to register. And I could easily see him doing what they did in the comics. He went rogue and started trying to build his own Suicide Squad, and he started trying to build connections and legacies with people who had connections. And this chick is connected. She can fight. She's still got intel. She's got a driver, so she's obviously got some money. I just wish she would have had like some white dude as a driver, but I won't nitpick. We'll see. We'll see. And so, ladies and gentlemen, leave your comments. Let us know what you think for this episode. Now we got to get to the real business because we only got about 7 minutes left before we let y'all get out of here for Snowfall. And again, shouts out to my homie, Infinite Science, and B. Avery, because they brought this to my attention and we got to talk about it. So let me just paint the picture for you. All right, then I'll read the excerpts. You got Ray Fisher. You got Josh Whedon. Last year, Ray Fisher came out, made some comments. A lot of people said that they wouldn't substantiate it. He said that Josh Whedon was, in essence, bossy, somewhat racist, and some other things. So to give you guys context and the real character of what was said, let me read this to you. On Tuesday afternoon, after months of competing tweets and statements between actor Ray Fisher and Warner Media, The Hollywood Reporter released an in-depth bombshell of the story in which Ray Fisher fully explains the alleged racist and abusive behavior experienced on the set of 2017's Justice League at the hands of director Josh Whedon, as well as several studio executives, including Jeff Johns and John Berg. Fisher, who plays the character Cyborg in the film, first tweeted about Whedon's gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable behavior last summer. Whedon had taken over directing Justice League after the original director, Zack Snyder, exited the project. This eventually led to the groundwork for an investigation into Whedon's behavior by the studio, which later said that remedial action had been taken, though no further details provided due to legal reasons. When they say that last part, let me read this to you again. This eventually led to groundwork for an investigation into Whedon's behavior by the studio, which later said that remedial action had been taken. They went back and took action, and they didn't give you no details due to legal reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, you basically settled out of court, is what you did. And rich people do this all the time. When they fuck up, they got enough money to cover this shit up and put you under no compete clauses and all this kind of stuff so that your ass shuts up. All right. We have had a whole lot of Anglo-Saxons that do YouTube, do Twitter, have social media presence, have podcasts, claim that Ray Fisher was race baiting and that it was nothing, blah, blah, blah. Clearly, the studio ain't think that, because let me put this back up again. Remedial action has been taken, and they can't give you the details due to legal reasons, meaning that someone got paid off and hushed up because they don't want it to get out about what the hell Josh Whedon did. And before I give it to the fellas, let me make another point so that you damn colonizers can quit trying to say that people's race baiting and all this other bullshit when it's been happening for years and y'all want to turn a blind eye. Guess who else got into allegations with Josh Whedon, fellas? Take a wild guess. Another person on the same set. Take a wild guess. Could he not only be a racist, but a sexist too? Mm-hmm. Okay, Here you go. Let me read this. Gal Gadot has responded to reports of an on-set dispute with replacement director Josh Whedon during the film's reshoot. Whedon has been at the center of controversy after being accused by Cyborg actor Ray Fisher of abusive, unprofessional behavior once he took over the film from the original director Zack Snyder. Whedon has declined directly to respond to these allegations. The latest allegations come from a long-form interview with Fisher in The Hollywood Reporter, where he outlined cited unnamed sources in describing Whedon's alleged mistreatment. Okay? All right. So now let's just see what Gal Gadot had to say about what really happened. Responding to these fresh claims, Gadot told the publication, "I had my issues with Whedon and Warner Brothers handled it in a timely manner. While the extent of the alleged conflict had not been known until now, Godot previously spoke about her problems with Whedon back in December. I'm happy for Ray to go out and speak his truth, she told the LA Times back then. I wasn't there with the guys when they shot with Josh. I had my own experience with him, which wasn't the best one, but I took care of it. I took care of it there, and when it happened. We have 2 stars on the same show that had issues with Whedon. How the hell y'all trying to say that Ray Fisher's claims are unsubstantiated when he not only got in it with Ray, but he done something that pissed off Gal Gadot? B. Avery, you get the floor first.
Matter of fact, just to spill even more tea, it wasn't just Ray Fisher and Gal Gadot. They also, if you read that Hollywood Reporter article, and it's long as hell, man, I still got a couple of paragraphs to go. He bumped heads with Jason Momoa too, Aquaman.
Yeah.
It was I read that part twice or whatever. So I'm with Ray Fisher 100%. An infinity percent on this. You know, and not only was it Ray Fisher, Gal Gadot, and Jason Momoa, Aquaman, 2 or 3 other women that worked with Joss Whedon on other shows in the past 5 or 10 years came out as well and made complaints. So that's like 5 people right there. At least 3 or 4 of them are women. So yeah, this was a clear cover up. This legal manner mumbo jumbo, like you said, they were just they made a deal just like, okay, hey, let's sign these DBAs. You know, we can't get this out. You know, I mean, that Hollywood Reporter article spilled all the tea.
All of it.
And Warner Brothers is so shady. I don't even know if y'all remember the story when he first started tweeting. They came out with a fake story that Warner Brothers is going to be coming out with a live action Frosty the Snowman movie.
I remember that.
With Jason Momoa attached to it, and Jason Momoa was like, "What the hell is this? I don't got nothing to do with this. Y'all just made up a story to try to drown out Ray Fisher's tweets." And so this is horrible, and I respect Ray a ton for not being afraid of speaking truth to power and be like, look, I'm not just gonna get this paycheck. I'm not just gonna keep quiet and take this paycheck so I can, I forgot the phrase, go along to get along. No, he saw some injustices and he wanted to take care of it. So I respect him for that. I'm with him 100%. And Warner Brothers, like the people that did the stuff that's wrong, shame on them, because I'm with Ray on this 100%.
Yep, Larry. Talk about Holly weird.
This is the thing, right? The people that the studio executives that are trying to protect Joss Whedon and are probably friends with him and whatnot. If they're really concerned about this guy, what they should do is say, "Hey, we need to get you to stop doing what you're doing, because what's going to happen is he will eventually get blackballed for this behavior, even if it's not in the sense where the studios are blackballing him. He'll essentially get blackballed when top talent just simply says, no, I won't work with him." So when there's a script out there and they go and they send it to Gal Gadot's agent over at CAA or whoever else that what other agency they're at, and she just simply says, "No, Joss Whedon's on my do not work list," and they'll just simply say, "Yeah, she's interested in the project, but not with him attached." Eventually, what'll happen is if there's enough people out there that don't want to work with them, he'll just essentially have been blackballed. So he really needs to get his stuff under control. I mean, it just doesn't seem like it should be that hard to be a decent human being while you're at work. I mean, it just doesn't seem like it should be that hard.
Right.
But, some of the petty stuff they were talking about, like how he was saying, "Oh, watch me put these lines in there that I know she doesn't want to say," and then make her, do the lines. It's just like that stuff is just stupid and childish and petty.
Yeah. Saying that I'll make you look stupid in the movie, and just like man, you're willing to throw hundreds of $1 million investment down the drain just so you can win a petty argument that nobody had to know about. It's ridiculous.
He just want to try to flex his power.
Yeah,
it's very dumb. Yeah. So Zia Latrice depends on the top talent because a lot of them are toxic and problematic too. Some of them are, absolutely, definitely. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We will probably continue this sometime over the weekend. Y'all don't forget about B. Avery and Larry are going live Saturday and Sunday. And we'll probably have to revisit this discussion because I ain't done with y'all colonizers sitting up here trying to deny this man, talking about he's a race baiter and shit like that. And you don't see where racism is at. They just told you. Exactly. So that my people can get the Snowfall. Until that next sexy as hell video, which will be tomorrow with the mooch.
We have one more in there.
Who done? Oh man, Lady done came back. Lady, what's up, Lady? How you doing? Hey guys, I haven't caught a live stream in a while. Invincible is so dope. Thanks for putting me on to it. And Larry, I can't wait for your live Saturday. So boom, there you go, Larry.
All right.
You already got a super chatter coming through. And yes, Laney, when you super chat me, you allow me to free up time to connect great YouTubers, to connect y'all to good TV shows, to help y'all get them cuts for the slip. I was showing Larry my delts is starting to come in, but I don't want to show too much right now.
I'm trying. I was working on mine before the show. I'm trying to get right for July.
And Tressa C, I have not forgot about you. She loves when we talk politics because nobody can deliver politics in relative terms the way we can. We're going to be fitting that back in real soon. Tressa C, bear with us. But we're out of here. Y'all go watch Snowfall. Be ready for us tomorrow. We'll see you.
Peace.